a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits, the bits, the bits, the bits, the bits.
Welcome to the Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds. Fuck it, we ball.
What? I don't know how to respond to that though.
That's who I am. Personified. If you could personify a saying to me, it would be "fuck it, we ball." What would your saying be? This has nothing to do with the topic of the episode, but I'm committing to this bit.
I mean, it's true. You are the fuck it we ball. I'm the I don't fucking know.
That's it. You don't fucking know. That's it. That's your thing.
That's my thing.
That literally is your thing because you don't know.
I don't know. I also don't make decisions. I'm too bisexual for this.
Maybe you just make more decisions, Charlie. It's okay.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Hey, Charlie,
Hey, Robert.
are you a small object that is hazardous to 3-year-olds?
Yes. I am.
I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to set up. I'm trying to set up a choking joke. No, we're looking at Joking Victim. It's the 21st episode. It premiered on August 28th, 2014. So we're looking at season 1, episode 21. Just oof.
But Robert, your joke is so funny because I work with 3-year-olds.
Oh yes. I didn't even think about that.
I thought that's where you were going with it.
How many of them how many 3-year-olds do you have to save from choking to death on a daily basis?
I don't usually. I really don't. But you know what? I finally got my CPR training.
Can you do CPR?
I apparently can. It's official.
God, how does that fucking song go? Saving dick by giving it CPR.
What?
Do you not know this song?
I don't know anything right now.
To be fair, I also don't really know this song other than the collaboration that song has with. Have you not heard of the CPR X Misery X Reese's Puffs song?
Oh, you meme this all the time, so I do know it.
I am in misery. Reese's Puff, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em
Yeah,
up.
you do this all the time. I know of this because of you. Okay, I know of a lot of memes because of Robert.
They don't call me the damn meme page for nothing.
Exactly.
No one calls me the damn meme page. Very
I do.
few people.
I call you damn.
Oh yeah, that's that good old pal. Damn. Keeping
Damn, son.
damn son. Where'd you find that? No postman to give post.
But let me check. But I don't think we got anything. You know, we got a bunch of things from X, formerly Twitter. I still love that that's the email that happens every time.
No, but you know, it's not. It's like a bootleg postman. Give me the post segment where we didn't really get it to our email. I got it to my personal email from my boyfriend who listened to our last
doesn't
episode.
count.
It doesn't count, but that's why I said it's a bootleg. Who listened to our last episode and heard that I was going to compile all of the pearl points for episode 26 and just did it himself because my little Pookie is on the spectrum. Not really, but still.
Literally, I would like to dedicate this episode to Mac because Mac is the best.
He's amazing. I like him.
I'm gonna replace Robert with Mac. It's gonna happen.
Oh god, that'll be such a weird episode.
Because it'll just be me and me together.
You and
because we're the same person, remember?
The world does not need more than one you. Well, no, it does. Or doesn't. I don't know. So
Exactly.
that's it for our bootleg postman bringing us the post. There is no new gems. There is no new facts.
No, no,
Charlie does not have to struggle through reading a Wikipedia article for 20 minutes.
no, I don't have to talk about Sugalite or Sugalite, however you want to pronounce her name.
Here's the thing. I asked my sister, how do you pronounce Peridot? And she's like, Peridot. And I'm like, why? And she's like, it's French. I'm like, the fucking French, ruining everything.
Literally the French ruining everything. I can say that because I am mostly French.
You ruin everything, Charlie.
I do. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. So when we cover episode 26, when we're at the halfway point of this show, we will update y'all on what the Pearl Point list is. Honestly, reading through it myself, I've forgotten half of these, and I had a good chuckle.
Robert, you need to put that on our episode list though. You need to add it to our thing here, so that we can compile it and keep writing them down.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. I just need to know.
But
Okay.
Charlie, with all these updates out of the way, are you ready to talk about joking victims?
The most important episode of Steven Universe, right?
Yes and no, no, yes. I keep wanting to say this episode is called Choking Hazard. I don't know why.
I think it should be called Choking Hazard.
Joking Victim is a funny title? Question mark. It's somebody did think about the title.
They did?
Maybe. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay. If you think so.
So the episode opens up with Steven sitting on a bench next to the Beach City Pier, and Amethyst approaches him, asking him if she wants to. Holy shit!
Can you do pronouns? Robert?
Can you do pronouns, Charlie? Hey, Charlie, what are your pronouns today?
Don't ask me these questions.
Amethyst walks up and she's like, "Hey, homie, you want some fries?" And Steven's like, "Yeah." And he eats them only to discover that they are laced with fire salt.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck is fire salt?
It's salt that's on fire. Duh.
Is this like a gem thing? I assume this doesn't exist in the real world, because like people are literally spewing fire. It's a little bit terrifying.
It is unknown where or how Amethyst acquired the fire salt, listed in the trivia of the fire salt section of the Steven Universe wiki.
I'm glad. I'm glad to know that we have no answers for the fire salts.
Yeah.
It's weird. And how does Steven...
Quick, somebody look up fire salt in the Doctor Who Wikipedia. Maybe it's there. I'm not even joking.
Oh.
There are so many. You can more or less put any word or name in the Doctor Who Wikipedia and you will find something.
Honestly.
Considering all of the audiobooks, or audio finishes, whatever you want to call them, the comics, the shows, the one movie, there are so many things, and it's all about time travel. Oh God. We're not a Doctor Who podcast. If we were a Doctor Who podcast, we'd be losing our fucking mind.
You think there's so much of Steven Universe? There's so much. There's so much Doctor Who.
I think we'd still be on the first Doctor. Not even like a third of the way through. We'd be like stuck in the beginning of the first stories.
I mean, Robert, we're still on season 1 of Steven Universe.
Yeah. Oh God, imagine. So Steven runs to the Big Donut to get something to drink. He causes a huge mess, and Lars slips. Lars then claims to Zadie that he has a back injury and will have to take the day off.
You know what? It's so ironic that we were like, we're gonna talk about this episode literally when I had a back injury, like recently.
Yeah, you have a back injury from carrying this podcast.
No, I told you I coughed so hard.
Yeah.
That I pulled a muscle and I had to go to the doctor to be like, hey, is it just my muscle? Please tell me it is, because I'm in so much pain. I'm dying. I got drugs. It's fine.
We love drugs. I also went to the doctor the other day because I was stricken with some kind of plague, and I also got drugs.
You were dying, okay?
I was dying. I have never in my life taken more than one day off of work at a time. I took 2 off this week.
Don't die, Robert. Please don't.
If I die, I'll regenerate. That's what I keep telling myself.
If you die, Mac is taking over the podcast. I told you. It's happening.
Once Lars leaves,
Yeah,
Sadie's
he's left.
once
But Sadie can't be by herself here. She can't run the
no.
whole store all by
Who
herself.
who is like who's the manager? Is it Sadie?
I don't. Okay, I think these are the only two employees in this store, and it's really weird because you never see anyone else. Is there a
Like,
manager? Is
is
there
there a
anyone
manager?
else?
Is there an owner? Is the Big Donut a part of a franchise, or is it just like a local store? Like, what is going on?
You only ever see Sadie and Lars.
So yeah,
I mean, until like Garnet works there, and then Mayor Dewey.
Mayor Dewey.
Like the only people who work there, but we never see an owner or manager, so it's just
Yeah.
like unclear.
So Sadie's like, oh, I never get any help, and Steven's like, Steven's here to help.
Yep, Steven is now working at the Big Donut for a day. We love it.
Did you catch what I did?
Yeah.
Steven's here to help. Steven's here to help. Steven's here to help. Help Steven. Help no.
Help Steven! Help Steven! Help him. Help this small boy.
Help this boy help himself realize that
dying.
help is helpful to help.
Also, I paused the show like on like a specific spot because I've just been playing them while we record now, and there's a Tiger Millionaire poster in the back as they're walking through the Big Donut.
Oh,
It's
I'm
great.
sure that's going to be referenced in the
trivia,
Crystal,
probably?
in the Crystal Temple trivia.
Probably. Well, I love that. Okay, this is also great. Because like I said, I just got like the certified and everything, and then Steven has to watch this whole video like about what to do and how to work here, and it's great.
You've worked
Yeah.
in food. Have you ever had to? You had to watch like a video being
No.
like, really?
No, Domino's does not care.
Domino's is like, are you a person with a pulse? Yes, good enough.
Domino's does not say that you have to help somebody who is choking on the pizza.
Oh,
As far as I know,
well,
we
Charlie,
don't have that.
just do the Heimlich maneuver. It's a food establishment. Legally, they have to have like one of those posters on the wall instructing you on how to do the Heimlich.
I mean, there were also like maybe 3 booths in the place. It was a very small like interior. And when you're a delivery driver, you're mostly like not inside anyway. So
yeah.
But also this little comment of like, oh yeah, we don't make the donuts here, not since the accident.
And it just pans
and then just
to a fucking burnt outline of what was like the old cook.
I'm sorry, was somebody like killed here? Did someone die in the Big Donut?
Maybe.
The implications.
So far, the Big Donut, right? Am I correct? The Big Donut has more kills than Steven right now? I'm trying to
Yes.
think. Steven hasn't,
Yes, it does.
Steven
Has
hasn't
Steven killed anyone yet?
No, he hasn't. Isn't his one and only kill? Almost said Garnet. Jesus, isn't his one and only kill Jasper in future?
I mean, yes. Do we count Poofs? Do we count Poofs as kills?
No, because they can come back, but like Shatter counts as killing.
Okay. So I guess that means that's his only ever kill. But if we're talking Poofs, like episode 1, like he did like electrocute Centipedal.
Centimami.
Shut up. Yeah, so do we not love do or do not donut? Do or donut?
Do or donut. You know what I do love? The younger Mr. Smiley, who's making this video, who was a former singer and actor. Like, oh my god.
An R&B singer? Like, what? I love that Steven is bopping to this. I'm bopping to this. Why is this not on the Steven Universe album?
Why? Because it's a minor song.
No, this is important to me. There are some minor songs that are on the Steven Universe album, and I'm like, why isn't this here? Like, it literally does the Heimlich maneuver in song form. This is important. Also, the 6% sales tax.
Yep.
It's funny, okay? It's great.
You know what was really funny is that I went to an all-you-can-eat sushi place yesterday, and on the outside, the listing price was $30.95 per person, and then I went in,
Mm-hmm.
and it rounds up to $33 because New Jersey steak tax is 6.625%, and if you
Hmm.
add 6.625% of 30.95, you get $33 on the dot.
Huh. All right. Interesting. My dude,
My bro,
napkins are free.
napkins are free.
Anyway, poor Mr. Smiley when he comes in and Steven's like, literally like, oh my god, singing the song to you, like, you're so cool, I loved it.
Mm.
Back when you were, like, a singer. Were? Was? I still am these things. I'm still cool. Aren't I?
Well, you own an amusement park, my friend. That makes you cool in a different way. So the day's done, and Sadie jokes that the two should call Lars and tell him Steven has replaced him. Steven is excited about this and wants to do it, but then he realizes it's a joke.
No, I'm just wondering, can Steven legally work here?
He is 13,
13?
right?
Yeah.
Most places in America. Okay, I can't say that anymore because a lot of legislation is trying to pass to make literal children work because fuck protecting children. We gotta have capitalism thrive, I guess.
Fuck capitalism. We are an anti-capitalism podcast.
10 years ago in 2014, I think like the minimum age you could start working was around 13, 14, but it would have to be part-time. It'd have to be mainly the weekends if you go to school. However, Steven doesn't go to school. Also, Steven, as far as I know, doesn't have a social security number. So if Sadie wants to like put him into the system and try to give him a W-2, Steven doesn't have any of that.
Steven is an illegal alien, as we keep establishing on this podcast. He's not actually a citizen.
They really should stop trying to apply real world logic to Steven Universe and being like, oh yeah, no, Steven can work here if he has, a couple forms of ID to bring to the orientation. He needs to fill out all the paperwork, all the tax forms. He needs to fill out who would his emergency contact be? Probably the gems. The gems. If Steven
Have
like
no
got,
way of contacting.
yeah, there's no really way to contact the gems. I guess you can just contact Steven's house since they're there since they're there most of the time.
And then, like, I think they would be like, wait, the phone? Do we have to call? Do we do something here? No, not really. Just ignore it. It'll go away.
Yeah, let's just stop. This is a lesson to me, not a lesson, a message to me. Hey, stop trying to set humanity into Steven Universe.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Sadie was just like, I'm just gonna give him a shirt and make him watch the safety video, and then he's good. Like, he's not actually like an employee. He's just uh unpaid help.
I was gonna ask if Steven got paid for these. Like, he worked a shift, homie.
I mean, maybe she just paid him out of her own pocket.
Did Steven get paid? Did he get a break? Did he get a lunch break, depending on how long he worked?
Does Steven care about any of those things? I mean, he probably got free donuts. I feel like that's the thing, is he got some free donuts for the day.
Honestly, yeah. I can agree to that.
Anyway, no more real world logic right
No
now.
more real world logic. Steven's like, hey, Lars is a jerk. You should fire him. And Sadie wants to agree, but then she defends him. And then she's like, he's actually a really nice person once you get to know him. And I'm like, oh, we've heard this before.
This is the whole thing about the player 2, right? Where he was banned from like a store and couldn't go get a game. So she had to go get the game, waited for hours and hours, and she got it. And then they played the game at his house, and then she gets all like blushy and like, maybe some other things happened besides gaming. Unclear. But I don't know.
Did they smooch? What?
Do you think they smooch? Do you think they did more than smooch?
Charlie, these are literal children, technically.
How old are Sadie and Lars? Do we know?
Older than Steven. and definitely by future, older. So
They're also teenagers, and the thing is, teenagers do in fact do things.
yeah, but
Um,
we're adults,
okay,
and
okay. Uh, um, we do have ages for, or at least Sadie, because that's who I looked up first. In the episode "Are You My Dad?" it says she's at least 18.
oh,
So
okay,
she's probably like 17 now, maybe 18.
maybe 18. Okay, it's fine then. It's fine. But
Like, I
also,
don't think they were like 15-year-olds. Like,
maybe they own the giant donut. Who knows?
maybe it's a family business actually.
Maybe it's a family business,
And Sadie was
Lars
like, "Yeah, I'll just work here as a summer job to help my parents." And then it just
and one summer job later.
and then it just became a forever job. So now Steven is like, "Okay, I guess Lars is not the worst guy in the world. I guess he's okay since Sadie likes him." So they're going to bring him some donuts, try to make him feel better, but he's hanging out with the cool kids and on a trampoline?
Mm. This God, yeah. So yeah, they're on a trampoline. They're having fun. I believe Lars sort of invited them, sort of to keep carrying on from Lars and the cool kids, just try and get on their good side.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to be friends with them. He's trying to be cool.
Yeah, it really was. It really hurt to see Steven walk in and like see this first, and he freaks out. He's like, "Oh no, I gotta make sure Sadie doesn't see this." And then Sadie bumps into him because she just saw it. Harmful.
And Lars being like, "I faked a severe back injury. Ha ha." The others high five him. Yeah.
That is fraud, Lars. That is literal fraud.
Yeah.
Go to jail.
Go to jail. Sadie is crying. She needs a hug.
Mm, big hug.
This poor girl. She liked this boy, and he's a jerk.
Why though? So many things. I'm so glad Sadie ends up with her partner later on in the series and doesn't. And I'm glad. I guess Lars dies for 2 seconds.
Lars gets the typical redemption arc. Death.
Death and then comes back.
Comes back as a zombie. As a pink zombie.
Kind of technically. Steven comforts Sadie, and Sadie is, angrily sobbing. She's like, I want, Lars has made a fool of me, and I have to burn him, or I have to burn him,
Uh-huh.
burn him back. And Steven gets this bright idea. So he's like, hey, we'll get a revenge tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
And then he rings the fire salts.
Yep.
We're gonna literally burn Lars. Burn this boy.
Sadie is watching TV. Steven comes in with the fire salt and tells Sadie that this would be a great prank for Lars. And Sadie at first is like, listen, this is, maybe a little too much. But then Lars comes in, like, drastically faking his injury again.
Mm-hmm. So that way he can, like, maybe get another day off of work.
Yep.
Like, seriously? What a jerk. And so she puts, like, a lot of fire salt on that one donut. Alright, well, we're gonna give Lars a donut, and then he's gonna start breathing fire. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Could this kill him?
Maybe, I don't know. Listen, if fire's coming out of you, you're gonna die more than
I mean,
likely.
I want to know how much of this is cartoon logic and how much of this is like actually happening. You know? Like that happens in cartoons all the time when like someone's eating something that is like really hot and you know, fire comes out of them or steam comes out of them. But like
Yeah.
they do grab a fire extinguisher. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lars, because fire is coming out of him, freaks the hell out and starts running around Beach City with his fire breath.
Yeah, he's gonna like destroy the entire town.
Mm.
And then as this is happening, Mayor Dewey is unveiling the largest bowl of ice cream
In Beach
I
County.
fucking love this.
And Lars, of course, melts it with his flaming breath.
Okay, I feel like the ice cream would work though, right? Because at least when it's spicy foods, aren't you supposed to like drink milk or something? to make it go down, not water.
There was a Mythbusters episode about it. I think it was
Oh, is that
milk.
not true?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure it's milk. I'm trying to remember what they were testing because I remember they tested water, they tested beer, they tested milk, they tested soda, I think. And I think
Yeah.
milk worked the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought water doesn't help at all, and then milk is supposed to actually help.
Shout out to lactose intolerant people. We must suffer one way or the other.
I'm so sorry. I mean, honestly, you know what I've taken to is that like now, I mean, I don't like have a problem with spicy foods, but now I'm just like, I just like to have chocolate milk when I'm eating tacos. That's just what I do now.
Charlie, that is the epitome of white if I've ever heard of it.
I don't have a problem with the spice either, though. I'm just like, these just taste good together, actually.
Charlie, you are white.
I am. Okay. I'm sorry.
Charlie, put some spice in your food, damn it.
I will. How?
And also put some vegetables.
No. Put some fire salt in your food, how about?
Ah!
I don't know. I'm just wondering if this ice cream really should have helped him or not. We still don't know what fire salt technically is. I mean, it's salt, so it's not spice. I don't know.
It's salt is a spice technically.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, technically. Amethyst then shows up and she's like, "Hey, why is Donut Guy breathing fire?" And Steven's like, "Well, we put a little too much fire salt on his donut." And Lars hears this, closes his mouth, and starts to chase Steven.
Yep.
And then Sadie confronts Lars and she's like, "Listen, I'm the one who told him to prank you. Or I was told that we're going to prank you, and I agree. And like, hey, I've done all this stuff for you, and you still hang out with other people. And like the night with the video games, she couldn't stop thinking about him as a good person since then."
And that's when Lars starts choking. And that's why it should also be called Choking Victim, because literally he does choke. And Steven has to use the song from Mr. Smiley, like, how's it go? It's something about, like, with 2 hands below the diaphragm. Like, something like that.
And then he performs the Heimlich maneuver on Lars.
Good job!
Woo! Sadie puts out the flames in the donut, and she starts to put out the rest of the fires caused by Lars. Sadie, all of Beach City's on fire. That one little fire extinguisher isn't going to do it all.
Nope. Also, Amethyst did say, "Steven, that's hilarious," when he told her about the prank.
Yeah.
And so, now that everything is all good, Lars is okay-ish, Sadie's gonna go get him some water. Amethyst is like, "We make a pretty good team. Amethyst, you were no help whatsoever."
Yeah.
You did nothing.
Steven's like, "You did nothing." And then the episode ends with Amethyst shrugging her shoulders as the star zooms into her face.
We love it.
Pretty good episode, not gonna lie.
The most important thing, I especially love that Mayor Dewey was just like,
Mayor Dewey.
Dude, it melted! Well, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me it was gonna melt. About the fucking ice cream. I'm sorry, the ice cream is the best part. Alright. Robert.
Hello.
Robert.
Hey, guess what time it is?
It's Crystal Temple trivia time.
Crystal Temple trivia time. It is revealed through storyboards that P.D. Fryman and Mr. Fryman were set to appear in this episode with speaking lines, but their scene is cut due to time.
It is also revealed through storyboards that Lars wore a scorpion shirt instead of his snake shirt. This is likely because he's self-conscious about wearing it around Buck, after Buck previously insulted his snake shirt in Lars and the Cool Kids.
This is the first episode where Pearl is absent.
Nope. No Pearl.
No Pearl.
Also, I thought Buck didn't insult the snake shirt. I thought he said it was like... He said it was nasty.
No, it's that Lars misunderstood what nasty meant and tried to be like, yeah, I hate snakes. And then, Buck was like, no, dude, nasty as in cool. And Lars was like, oh.
Yeah, Buck was trying to say something like...
It was like out of embarrassment that he misunderstood and like he doesn't want Buck to run into him with that shirt on.
Yeah. The training video Steven watches, starring Mr. Smiley, seems to be parroting a series of Wendy's training videos from the 1980s that were also music videos. I want to watch them. I want to know.
I'm surprised it took me this long to connect the dots, but yeah, no, that is correct. Those 1980s Wendy's training videos are really good. They're really fun.
I want to know. That sounds great.
One of the posters in the back room of the Big Donut depicts a superhero who resembles Batman, Robin, Nightwing, and Night Owl. It also resembles members of the band the Aquabats.
Who the fuck is Night Owl?
Who the fuck is Night Owl? That's a good
This
question.
is a hero I've never heard of, actually.
Neither have I. Oh, he's from The Watchmen. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know too much about The Watchmen, but I do know everyone dies, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and the Watchmen is pretty dark.
Yeah.
The name of the episode is a reference to the rock band Choking Victim. This is further proved by the album cover of the song Do or Donut.
Do or do not.
Donut!
Nope, you just got a nut. Everyone nut right now.
Hey, no nut November.
In January?
Yes.
All right.
Donut
In
November.
Donut November. Don't eat a donut in the month of November. I'm trying to think if did I eat a donut during November? I don't think I did.
I don't
So,
eat donuts, so I
Which is
went-
amazing to me because you frequent Dunkin' all the time.
Yeah, I get breakfast sandwiches and hot cocoa. I don't drink coffee, and I don't eat donuts.
You are like that. You're like that. You know, at the quarterly reports meetings when all the executives are around, there's a giant pie chart being like, here is what the customers consume. You know, donuts, coffee, and then that little 0.1% fragment of the pie circle is Charlie.
It's just Charlie. No one
Mm.
else eats anything else. I eat all of the everything else stuff.
And then Charlie.
Ribbert?
Who are you giving your pearl point to this episode?
Oh, did you forget the continuity? The literally the poster that I mentioned
Oh, fuck, I
is
forgot.
mentioned in there.
Continuity.
And the fact that Lars is still in touch with the cool kids. That's it.
Cool, we did it. Now, who does your pearl point go to?
The ice cream.
It melted.
Just the biggest bowl of ice cream. That's who my pearl point goes to. Obviously.
My pearl point is gonna go to. You know what? It has to go to Sadie.
Yeah.
She went through a lot this episode.
She deserves it.
She deserves the pearl point.
Gotta love that Sadie killer. All right.
That's another wonderful episode of the bits. So,
what's the question? No, the
fuck
question.
me, how do I always forget about the question? Oh, did you ever have to receive a training video? Did you ever receive training through a video?
I feel like most people have received training through a video. Like, how about this?
Work training video.
Yeah, but like also what was it for? Like what was your work training video for?
My work training videos for like the job I currently have were for like, hey, honestly a lot of it boils down to like, hey, don't be racist, sexist, homophobic in work. Don't fuck around. Clean up after yourself, whatever. Hey, if there's a shooter, run, hide, or fight. That's a big thing in videos these days.
Literally, you know what's fun is when like I want to say it was within the first month or so of me working at the daycare that we had the shooter training. Literally, what is it? I know there's like a name for what it's called necessarily.
Don't get shot.
They had like a special name for it, but like we had to be like, this is how you barricade yourself in the room so that they can't get in or what have you, or like try to escape. And I'm like, this is terrifying for someone who's just started working here, having to think about these things.
Yeah,
actually,
not fun at all.
No, it's really not fun. Also, yeah, no, when I worked at Domino's, I had like no video trainings, no real any of that. When I worked
So if
for the movie theater,
if someone came in to shoot up that Domino's, to just stay there, I guess, according to Domino's.
no, but when I worked at the movie theater, we also had the shooter trainings.
God, America's terrifying.
It really is, isn't it?
But hey, if every podcast were perfect,
We wouldn't have the bits.
we also would maybe not have America. I don't know. This is a very somber note to end this episode on.
Why did you end it there? Why is that your choice, Robert?
Bye, everyone.
Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Oseman Verse podcast called the Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Of the Eldest Gods, a chapter-by-chapter Rick Riordan pod with mythological context and no spoilers.
Charlie, I'm so glad I found you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The break was hard, but I'm not injured.
Thank the gods. What do we do now?
Okay, Ray, I need you to listen to me. There's only one book left, and I know it's gonna be hard. But we have to get through it.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna run out and start reading.
Good plan. Okay. I'll start emailing guests.
Charlie! No! You're an introvert!
It's okay. I can do this.
Remember me, Charlie!
I love you, buddy.
For Rick!
Check out Of the Eldest Gods. Episodes every Thursday, now covering Book 5 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Last Olympian.